So, parity in the structure of the chromosome. We are talking about the number of chromosomes that are found in pairs inside the living cell nucleus. For example, human being, how many chromosomes does human being have? How many? How many? 46. 23 come from male, and 23 come from female. And inside the cell you have both chromosomes, both chromosome types. Okay? From the father and from the mother. Okay. So, this is really in concern of the number of chromosomes inside the cell. They exist inside the cell in pairs. What about the chromosome itself? Parity also is in the structure of the chromosome. Parity in the structure of chromosome, which is composed of two strings held together at a point called the centromere. Not only, subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Come from the top down to the cell, you find parity. Okay? And this is, you see, this is chromosome. This is chromosome, consists of two strings. Parity. Two strings, it means parity. Okay. Now, the basic structure of life, the basic structure of life is called DNA. Okay, this is the basic structure, which is found in the chromosome. The basic structure, which is DNA, also has parity. Here is no true God but Allah.
Structure.
Parity in the structure of DNA, which is structured in the form of double helix. This is it. Double helix. This is the DNA. 1, 2. Okay. Double helix. You see the double helix? 1, 2. Okay. Now, parity, not only in the basic structure of the living cell, but also parity is in genes that are in the DNA. So, parity in the basic structure of the cell. As we said, parity in the number of chromosomes that are found in pairs inside the living cell nucleus. Okay? Chromosomes are found in pairs inside the cell. Half from the mother and the other half from the father. Okay. Parity in the structure of the chromosome. Of course, the chromosome is composed of two strings held together in the point called the centromere. Okay? Also, parity in the structure of DNA, because DNA is structured in the form of double helix, as you see here. Okay? These chromosomes, okay, parity in chromosome, parity in the DNA also. So, not only in the basic structure of life, which is the DNA, we can find parity, but also in the DNA itself. DNA holds the genes in parity. Some come from the father, and some come from the mother, and they exist in the DNA in pairs. In pairs. You find this, and this is fact. Okay, now we move to parity in matter. We have talked about pairs in animate beings. Now we are going to talk about parity in inanimate beings. Okay, so parity in matter, where every matter has its antimatter. Every matter has its antimatter. And if the matter, okay, comes and joins the antimatter, they both will annihilate themselves to get energy and would disappear. Both matter and antimatter would disappear after annihilation. Okay? So, some scientists brought theories about the origin of this universe. They said that the start of this origin used to be in the matter of matter and antimatter. Okay? Matter and antimatter. Okay? The matter, okay, separated from the antimatter. And we had the matter, not the antimatter in this world. And they said that the antimatter does exist in a specific place. We don't know. To the extent that they call the matter and matter the word and the anti-word. The word and the anti-word. We are living in the world, but the anti-word exists somewhere. We don't know. And they suggest that if the word comes to meet the anti-word, the whole world will disappear. Because they will annihilate each other, and that's it. The end of the world. And some of them said, we don't believe in this, of course. Some of them said, maybe this is at the time of the day of resurrection. Okay? The anti-world will come to meet the world and annihilate each other, and that's it. The destruction of the whole world. We don't believe in this, of course. We believe in what is in the Quran, that Allah the Almighty will bring the day of resurrection. Okay? People will come from their graves, okay, and then will stand in front of their Lord in order to be questioned. Okay, we are talking about the moon will come closer to the sun and mix and become one entity. Okay, and the heaven will open to many gaps, and destruction will take place in this world. We don't know exactly how this will happen, because this is part of the unseen. We are human beings with limited knowledge, and when we talk about such matters, we have to talk about them through two sources. Either through the divine revelation from Allah, because Allah is the one who created everything, and He knows the best, and He knows what He created. Okay? Or through what? Through science. But science with facts, not theories. Okay. So, parity in matter. Parity in matter, where every matter has its antimatter. Okay. This was proved by a famous scientist from British.